Uh, Hello, welcome back, everyone. It's been a long time, and we know we're pretty late, but we're back with a mid-season review for the WBSC Season 8. Things got a little hectic life-wise, so that's why we didn't do a draft review this time around, so we're making it up with this video. Shout out to our 10 followers who are all from the league, and any of those weirdo random guys that watch our videos for some reason.
I don't even think I'm subbed. Yeah, well, I don't think I'm one of them. So
I mean,
I'd explain it.
I don't think Jax or Magma is either. So it's fine, guys. We're really popular. We make good content every 6 months.
Well, okay, god damn it. We finally get a competent intro, and then all right.
No, it's fine. Keep it. We're fine. We're rolling. It's just B-roll, you know. So today we wanted to go through, kind of get a quick view of the standings and the kill leaders. Talk about how the teams have been doing so far. And kind of go through the season with the highlights and the lowlights. And we'll just go from there. So who wants to start it off, Yad or Nick, who are also on this video that I did not introduce at the beginning?
I think they've heard our voice.
They don't know who you are, though. I don't think they know who you are, though. No.
Everyone knows who I am.
Would you like to give us your first and last name?
I'm not going to dox myself. Hold on. All right. Enough of this. So, yeah, I guess in 14th place through 4 weeks, we have Magma, who is 0-3.
4.
Oh, yeah, I guess 0-4. Well, it says 0. Never mind.
I guess it says 0-4 on the doc, man.
To watching Manu's battles, he seems to only Magmas. They both start with M. It's the same thing. He seems to only run setup. I mean, it can work, but it is not. I don't know how to put it any other way than that. It's if you only run setup mons, it's not going to work.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at his team, it's not like the most well-built team. I think he's got a lot of intriguing pieces. Mawile with Hydreigon and Necrozma. Infini looks really good. But when you just, I don't know, when you kind of look at his team, it's just not like it's not adding up together. His lower tier mons don't seem like they're very good supporters of his higher tier mons. Porygon and Amoonguss just seem out of place. Like, it seems like he's going for hyper offense setup build when Amoonguss and Porygon don't really do a great job supporting that. Yeah, he's incredibly slow. He doesn't have really good.
His team's incredibly slow. He's perfectly fine. Oh, okay, it was a bad joke. Cut that part out. I cut stuff out.
So yeah, I don't think these struggles are necessarily surprising with the makeup of the team. I know he's had a little bit of bad luck with some hacks. In general, it just seems like he's been out-prepped and outplayed in his matches so far, but still plenty of time for him to see if he can't turn this around and end on a strong note.
Yeah. I want to see a Banded Zapdos one week. I feel like that's probably its best set. Just Banded. Just run Starfini or some shit. Like
Starfini is go.
He has a Gligar too. That thing's awfully quick.
Moving on. 13th place, Connecticut Conkelders, coached by the Nicky. Nicky has had a rough season. He's not doing as well as he normally does. Looking at his team, I know he wanted to go through something a little different this time around, and I gave him props for that. Although, but it really is not. It doesn't fit his style. He he needs more bulk on his team, more solid recovery, and he just doesn't seem to have that right now. So I know it's been a bit trying for him. Had a couple matches that weren't great starts. He had to start off against the top two mods probably in draft, and Dragapult and Deoxys Speed. But he was able to pull it back against a really solid Jando Lures team. And maybe that will be a good start to kind of nudge him in the right direction towards the end of the season.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yep. Yeah, Nick, get a better fairy than Granbull.
Yeah, good insight, guys. Really good insight, guys.
A lot better.
Hey, Bishop's on the kill board. I don't know. It's doing its job. Yeah, it's a far cry from your past really good teams. And the Snorlax.
Those guys are cool.
Those are some cool mods. Just a couple of bros in T2. Moving on to our 12th place team. We've got the Atlanta Azumarill, coached by Brown, 2-time reigning champ. But right now, it does not look like he's even going to get a chance to defend that crown and go for the first ever 3-peat in the league. He has started off really poor with a 1-3 record. And honestly, I don't think it comes down to prep in this case. I've actually been pretty impressed with the way he's like set up week in and week out. I would say his overall a little bit of his battling and a little bit coming down to RNG have really affected him and set him behind a lot. Honestly, I think his 1-3 record is not indicative of the way he's overall applied himself to this season.
Yeah, he has Urshifu, Clefable, Gengar, Mega Slowbro, Dragonite, like tons of threats, but when none of those like guys can hit a move, it is unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. And I know he's got a couple good plays, and like the most recent one was a big play with the most recent opponent staying in on Urshifu with his Alakazam.
Yeah,
it worked out.
It worked out, but I would never have done it. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I think Brown didn't make a bad play. It was just Cam. Cam made a play and it worked out. There's not much you can do about that. On top of that, missing focus blasts, getting crit, really affected his team. That could have at least helped his differential and to not be so bad if those things hadn't happened.
I feel like if he had just a little bit better luck, like he could easily be 3-1.
And just like our previous teams, and like I said at the top, no one's really out of the season yet, so he's got time to turn it around and try and shake off some of this bad luck. Moving forward to our 11th place team, the guy who just beat Brown and maybe have some hope for his season still now. Cam and the Hartford Go-Goats. Cam, as you viewers may remember, is our normal videographer, but he is not here tonight because he's a lame-o. So, looking at his season, he came in kind of with a eclectic roster as well, I'd say, and he's already used up all five. He used up all 5 of his free agents by week 2. So his roster's still kind of settling a little bit into the roles. I think that kind of is indicative of what happened in those first few weeks. He's played some very good matches. I think he's just still kind of was trying to feel out his team. Had a little bit of RNG against me that could have, if he hadn't gotten paired a couple times, could have easily led to a win for him. But I kind of like his team as a whole. I think he's got a lot of fun threats. Mienshau's always an underrated sweeper. And he's got really good like mid to low tier walls in Weezing, Miltank, and Kraydilly.
Yeah, I think a big thing about his team is if you look at the people he's played, Rabo, uh, Upak, and who else? Manu. Like those are all top 5 teams. He's in his 3 losses, which I mean is a pretty difficult first couple of weeks. So maybe he'll be able to come back after having some hard first weeks.
And his only bad match of those, I would say, was his match against Mono. I think Mono was really the only time he did not seem to have his team together because he could have easily been 6-0. Matchup wise, he should have been lost to Rabo 6-0, and he managed to make it a 3-0. And like I mentioned with my match, he played extremely well, and it could have easily gone his way. And he really returned to form, his previous form from prior seasons against Brown, and how he took some risky plays that worked out, which seems to be the way to beat Brown is to make arguably stupid plays. But hey, that's Cam's style.
Just make plays Brown will never expect. He'll call you dumb, but you'll win the battle. So. Well,
yeah,
I mean,
no.
You drafted the team you have currently, so I don't know if that's a compliment. I was just trying to shit on you a little bit.
God, you messed it up. Your delivery was terrible.
Shut up.
Yeah, no, I agree. And this week against Brown, he really used Garchomp in the way that I've been expecting him to use it all season. He finally brought out the Swords Dance scale shot set, which honestly will win like 4 matches a season. I feel like it's that good. So that's fair. I think sometimes you just gotta take those risks because he does lose a lot. If he doesn't bring it, he loses so much offensive pressure. I don't know. Yeah, and Alakazam, as good as it is also extremely frail, so it really can't take hits. Whereas Garchomp at least can do that. Um, I think he'll. I don't know what his schedule looks like in the back half, but it probably hopefully will open up a bit for him, where he can start using some of his more offensive mons in a way that's more comfortable. Definitely, definitely. Um, Moving on to our next team, we've got the Chicago Chandelures and Infinite. Uh, Kind of like just another former champion who seems to be struggling this season. Our third one already. Loser Nick. Um, it's just one of those seasons. It seems like where some of our normal top dogs are struggling. Infinite. I haven't paid overly close to his matches, but he just has seemed like out of sorts. His plays have felt kind of predictable after you settle into the match. He got off to an incredibly unfortunate start going up against the cancerous Gothitelle sets. And honestly, I wouldn't even blame him if that's what just demotivated him from the beginning. It's always not a fun way to go and start the season going against such a terrible Mon. But he did a really good job though to pull that to a 3-0, I think, which is way better than it could have been. So yeah. I think he just got to find his motivation again, his spark, because he's got a team that's very threatening. And he's got offensive threats in Kyurem, Nape, Lando, Prima, Rooney. And he's got really good bulk in some of those same mons, plus Aggron and Astrodon. So I think he's just kind of got to find that spark of his that makes him enjoy playing. And I'm sure we'll see some easily an uptick in results once that happens.
Yeah, if we could find that spark after you battle me, though, I'd appreciate it. He hasn't seemed super motivated, I think.
Mhm. I would agree. I agree. I mean, he caught me off guard in our match early on with Gravity Lando, and then once I realized what he was going to switch into on each turn, I was able to kind of quickly turn it into a route at the end. And Infinite, when you listen to this, we're not trying to pile on you, and I'm really sorry if that's what it sounds like. We're just, we know you can do better, and we know you'll figure it out. Anyone else have anything else? Hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. I struggled with prep this week. And just had some breaks in the match, so I'll figure it out. Moving on to Ziad, who was, I believe, our number one rated team coming out of the draft.
He has
Yeah,
he has Dragapult, Celesteal, and Mega Gallade.
yeah, yeah. This is a
Yeah.
team that is just stacked up the wazoo, and he started off in the way that we kind of expected with a 6-0 of Nick. Um,
Yep.
yeah, Dragon Ball.
I just remember he swept you.
Oh, he swept you. He's okay. That's what it was. Which is kind of what we all expected. In regards to like that kind of team. But he's really just fallen off after that. I think this kind of comes down to prep a little bit and not being super imaginative of what his opponent might be bringing. He has seemed to have just kind of struggled. Believe Boss beat him with a belly drum Magmortar, and he made some poor. He could have maybe still pulled it back at the end, but I don't know if he second guessed himself or what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, it was a rough. I mean, I really thought he was in control. And I feel like that's happened in all of his matches where he has seemed kind of in control, because he's got such a good team. But he just seems to be losing it down the stretch when someone brings out something that's not a standard set, or makes an unstandard decision mid battle that has just kind of made the battle make a 180.
Well,
Yeah.
in my battle with him, I think he forgot I had Heatran or something. Cause
Oh yeah,
I mean,
that was Heatrans.
he stayed in turn one Celesteal versus Heatran and just let me Magma Storm him and get rid of the biggest threat to biggest wall to my Rillaboom and Mega Diancie just like turn one. So I think if he puts his head in it, like he wouldn't have made that play, obviously. So I think if he was like really motivated to start winning games, I definitely think he could, because I mean he's made playoffs before, so he's definitely good enough, but he just has to try.
Yeah, and this team is definitely rivals Browns from a couple seasons ago with how good it is. So he's got the team to make it happen. He's just got to be a little more into the game, a little more imaginative of what his opponents might be bringing. Kind of like Infinite, it just seems like he's on autopilot right now. And we'll see if he figures it out. Plenty of time to do so. He showed against Nick he can easily win. He's got mons that can just auto win a match if he puts his heart into it. So hopefully he'll bring that back around and we'll see some exciting battles from him in the last half. Anything else to add before we move on? Bad. Moving into 8th place, we've got Will, the first of our 500 records. And Will's got a really kind of neat team. I thought he's played really well in 3 of his matches. The long one being against Boss, I thought his prep was extremely poor for that. He brought Specs Lucky when in fact like even just Life Orb or like something else, Magnet, like literally anything else. I think he just won that match. He had an opportunity when he was set up with Ancient Power, and unfortunately he was Specs, which is what really hurt him in that match, I think. As well as he made some other interesting decisions that I thought just weren't quite the right plays or prep decisions. But otherwise, I thought his other 3 matches I thought have been extremely well thought out, and I thought he's played pretty well. He's got a actually I'll let Yad talk about his team because Yad's in love with it, or in love with half of it. But that's all that we need to hear about. So never mind. Yad went BRB, so I will talk about his team. So he's got Coco and Alecki, which is already an extremely threatening duo. On top of that, he's got another speedster in made Pidgeot, and then he's got another complete two more total wall breakers in Nidoking and Dracovish. So he's really got a really fun team, and I thought he's done a really good job with kind of playing around his team's weaknesses, which tends to be bulk related, by using things such as Gothitelle, Dracovish, and then constant volt turning with Coco and Alecki to chip things down until he can get his threat in to clean everything up. The most recent example being his battle against Jax. He really did a really good job whittling things down. He caught Jax off guard with a Scarf Gothitelle to take down Mega Venu, which was Dracovish's really Jackson's best check against Dracovish. And that really allowed. I thought he maneuvered that really well to the point where he got a very sound 3-0 victory. Nick, do you have anything to add? And,
Will had
and
one of my favorite. Will had one of my favorite teams with like Coco Regieleki for the rising voltage, and then Dracovish to punish grounds, and then Gothitelle, the Gothitelle Dracovish core that I really like. So I really like his team. I think I think he'll make playoffs even if he's in 8th right now. I think
yeah, we'll see
will.
how the rest of his team does. He hasn't used Cursula, Shuckle, Persian, or Selby much, to my knowledge.
He brought Cursula against me when I really I think he should have brought Pidgeot, but
yeah, I think the way he's got a good team, but he can't get too predictable with his bonds. I think I'll be interested to see if he starts mixing up his team just a little bit more going down the stretch, and not get too one-dimensional with the mons he's been bringing. But otherwise, yeah, he's had a very good season up to date. Just the one blemish against Boss, but his other 3 matches have been really good. And like God, I wouldn't be shocked if he makes playoffs. And into our 7th place team and recent Will opponent, Jax. Jax so far has had a couple I would say this is typical kind of matches for him. It felt like he's never been truly out of any of his matches, as I've come to learn. I think his prep's been pretty good. He had an unfortunate week 1 battle where I think some hacks played a role that could have maybe helped. If that hadn't occurred, he could have maybe pulled that one out.
I was gonna kill you.
Who cares? I didn't watch it. I'll be honest, guys. I didn't watch the battle. This is hearsay. I'm just from what I heard, it was impactful hacks.
In the 2 paragraphs Brown wrote up about this game, I know that hacks did not matter.
Did he send
you? No. I think I'm just giving him shit.
But yeah, no. In his other matches, he took down Matrix and what's the other one? And Magma in sound 3-0 fashion in both of them. And then struggled against Will. So I think he's kind of got a very so-so team. Personally, I haven't been overly impressed either way, but he's got really solid synergy. I think with most of his mons. He's got a team that doesn't stand out, but you don't look at it and think it's immediately bad either. Speed tiers are good. He's got the bulk. He's got the offense. He's got recovery, pivot, etc. So I think he's played pretty well. I think his prep's been pretty good. I think he's made the best of his situations with what he's gotten. I really think the only blemish that I've seen on his game so far was letting that Venusaur die to Gothitelle, and which really wasn't his fault for the most part. I mean, it's Gothitelle, and Will did a good job making Scarf to a cow speed. So, uh, other than that, I think he's
Yeah, bro, Caparaja is ass.
man. Don't shit on the Caparaja.
He's
You
just
get it? It
he's
hits
just chilling.
back
He's chilling.
really hard.
He's,
It's
he's doing
hey
his,
man,
doing his thing, man.
don't bash the banded heavy slam or the sheer force iron head. I mean, okay, but like, I mean, right, but like,
Just let him chill.
it's Caparaja. It's Caparaja.
Agent Raj.
Um, yeah, like Will, I think he's played pretty well, and I think he has a chance at playoffs as well, depending on how the season goes. Those last couple slots seem like they're really going to be hot commodities in the last couple weeks. So we'll see how kind of things play out. Moving into our first current playoff team, we've got the. I don't know. Shut up! You're not in the playoffs. What are you talking? We got Matrix. Honestly, it feels shocking that Matrix is here.
Damn, just call him out.
I mean, his team, I think, is really good. It's mostly just weird because in the way he's gotten here, it has been through 2 6-0s, which have almost felt a little like his. I think he almost caught a little bit of a break in both of them. Robbo didn't bring his normal best sets. He tried something different. And who was his week 1? He beat Boss week 1. And Boss has really played a lot better in the last 3 weeks. So I think there was a little bit of a lucky break there in the 2 matches that he got his wins in. And then we really saw some of his not great abilities when he played against Jax and Manu. Let me finish. I'm getting to my point. Getting to my point. What I'm trying to say is I think his ability is somewhere in the middle of those matches. I think we've seen some of his lucky, and I think it was good prep against those 2 teams. Then I think he. Hey, you're putting words in my mouth, man. You're putting words in my mouth. He's got a really scary team, so it's understandable how those things might happen. TNA Mammoth Swine, Corbinite, Lopunny, and Salamence it's terrifying offensive core, and I guess what I'm trying to say is I haven't been overly impressed with this prep. It's felt very straightforward and one-dimensional from what I've seen. I don't think he's done anything to mix things up, so that's kind of where I'm coming from. Like, I think he got a little bit of some lucky breaks against Boston and Bravo, because if Bravo brings his normal Sand Rush team, hard to say. Matrix may still win that match, but it's definitely not a 6-0. And Boss, like I said, has played extremely better in the last 3 weeks. And again, I think if we replay that match now, I think it's incredibly closer and possibly Boss winning that match. Whereas I think we've just seen some mistakes in prep against Manu and Jax that kind of led to those matches that I thought he should have won. I guess it just seemed like he had a lack of prep and creativity on his side. Agreed, yeah. His team on paper is extremely good, and he should be very proud of the draft he put together. I think he's just kind of got to find some of that prep magic that he used to have a few seasons back. Because I think there's a lot of fun things he could do with this team if he finds that again. Definitely a playoff-worthy team. I think he's put himself in position, and I mean sometimes it's better to be a little lucky than good as the saying goes. And he's now, let's see if he can turn that luck into being good instead of relying on hacks and luck like Manu does. So.
Yeah, I think okay. Matrix, I'm gonna end this on a positive note. I think your team is really good. I think that you're gonna make playoffs. You're just proof Pac wrong.
I think fucking everyone's gonna make playoffs.
Okay, once I started at 7 or 8, whatever.
He'll get to my team and just shit on him. Like you're gonna lose all your matches.
Yeah.
Sorry, Matrix. I still love you. How do I recover from this?
I don't know.
Rabo's our favorite player here, no matter what happens to his team or his matches. Rabo's 2-1 right now. A little behind schedule, but he'll pull it back up soon enough. So he's just sitting at 3 matches, but I was very impressed his first 2 matches, and of course the way it went was he used sand, the classic sand method, to just obliterate his opponents. And it kind of led to 2 couple dominant wins. Then, as mentioned previously, he kind of mixed things up against Matrix, and it just really did not work out. Definitely points for trying. Go ahead.
Yeah, Bravo. I love you, dude, but man, your team is a sand team. Bring sand.
Yeah, points for trying, Rabo, but I'd rather see you bring Bundlebee and sand than whatever the hell you brought against Matrix. So
wait, yeah, we gotta touch how we won a match with Bundlebee.
Yeah, he beat Brown. He beat Brown with the spikes. Spikes Bundlebee.
So fire.
His team is genuinely so good, though. I think it's terrifying. His like quartet of offensive mons there, combined with just really good bulky mons and Bro and Hibaudon. He's got great utility with Whimsicott and Crobat. Yeah, Buzzwole can take plenty of hits, and then also he can boost his own defense or attack if he kills a Pokemon. So he's actually got a really fun team, and I know I can definitely appreciate him wanting to mix his team up and try different things out. But when things actually matter, make sure you're running sand because that's going to be your best way to win. I can look real fast. I don't believe so.
I don't know.
That was his week 3. Let me check real fast. Let's see. He brought. Oh, I randomly marked something as having 2 deaths in that mess. Oops. It was only 1. Oh bad. No, he brought Slowbro, Hippowdon, Whimsicott, Zard, Buzzwole, and Dracozolt. He didn't bring it. No, it was kind of like pseudo sand with just Dracozolt. It wasn't necessarily a bad team that he brought, but he admitted to himself that he wasn't trying to run the exact same thing over and over. And I think Dracozolt isn't a mon you want to be the sole sand user of a team. It's really good as the secondary one. And Xgeel's a breaker for it. Like they complement each other pretty well. So like I guess in of itself it wasn't a bad setup. Although if I recall correctly, I didn't see what his Slowbro set was, but I remember hearing it was pretty different than your normal Slowbro set. That would make sense.
Hell yeah.
So definitely different, but Rabo, maybe don't bring Life Orb Slowbro.
No, I like it. Do it.
No. Maybe when you're memeing in week 8, again, maybe you can do it then.
What the hell?
I mean, y'all just gotta lose this last 4 matches.
Stop the cap.
I'm gonna hack Showdown.
My bad.
Yeah, I think Bravo's really kind of like he's got a team that even though his record doesn't look great at 2-1, -1, I think he'll pull it back around. I mean, I think he cares enough about winning that he'll go back to the sand and then he'll obliterate teams again. Mhm. Mhm. Comes the breaks. Moving on to the fourth place team, Boss. Boss. Boss, like I said earlier, has really turned around his season. After really starting off rough in his first match, getting 6-0, but he's pulled it back around to get it up to a respectable 3-1, 3 differential. And he's been doing kind of with all of his mons. As mentioned before, he doesn't currently have a mon unless you count Mega Altaria past Gen 4. But it's really worked out for him. He's clearly he's clearly comfortable with it. He knows the mons in and out. He's still learning some of the Gen 7 and 8 mechanics, but other than that, like he's figured this out and he's done a really good job on his season. The only shocking thing is he's only brought Gliscor once. I'll be interested to see if he manages to pull that out more in the last 4 weeks because that thing is a monster. HP no longer being a thing really helps it. So it's really obvious when someone comes in if it's going to have an ice or like an ice move. So I think he might want to make a couple changes to the team. I don't like some of the things, mostly just the Fortress. I really just hate Fortress. But other than that, I think he's
good in Gen 4, all right?
Yeah. But, well, we're in Gen 8, yeah.
He doesn't think so.
But other than that, I mean, it seems really fun. He, as mentioned way earlier in this video, he just won with a belly drum mag border, which is, though isn't something you want to bring every week, is a really good just example of like him exploring the furthest depths of his mons right now. And you really don't know what he's going to bring. You might think it's going to be a standard set, and then he'll pop out some wonky like that. So yeah, I mean, like I said, he's been. Why did you type that into his name?
That wasn't me. Wait, do you guys remember when last season when we brought up to him that he didn't have anything past Gen 6? He goes, "All right, guys, watch this," and then he drafted Noctowl. Oh yes, the Gen 7 mon Noctowl. All right, I'm sorry. That was off track.
Way to interrupt my broadcast.
Yeah, but Noctowl.
This is a solo video. Please don't interrupt me. Weirdos in the back. Yeah, he's really pulled it around, and I'll be interested to see kind of how he uses some of his mons that he hasn't used as much thus far. I don't think Raiku's really gotten a chance to shine yet, and Raikou definitely got buffed with over the last gen or two. Obviously Gliscor, and we'll see some of his other mons how to kind of go.
Well, but even if you prep for it, it's still good. All right, fair enough.
Great commentary, guys.
I'm trying my best.
Moving on then into third place, shockingly third place, we got Africa by Toba, coached by yours truly. The honestly the best team so far this season. Way better than that shit Cubchew team.
Duty.
He existed.
God damn it.
Yeah, you know, Nick, if I recall correctly, you said in my draft rankings you couldn't wait for the draft video to just slobber all over my team. So I'll leave the floor to you on that. I'll leave it to you. I mean, I probably shouldn't talk about my own season.
Yes, I think I will just name all of the Pokemon and call it commentary.
I think the way you've used like speed boosting Nihilego is pretty cool. Using it to clean or just break in a couple matches. Have you ever brought Haxorus?
I brought it once. Yeah, but it didn't do anything.
Yeah, Haxorus is dog shit, so I'm not surprised. But
No, it just didn't get. I don't think it hit the field.
oh yeah, it's terrible.
It
Run
doesn't
Shell
beat,
Smash.
it doesn't beat
Voice.
Musharna. +1 doesn't beat Musharna. I'm just saying it's pretty bad. Right, Nick? Wasn't that you? Haxorus sucks.
It's so bad. Night. I just crit it. Yeah, it ignores screens. Have you seen me play?
I
Okay,
mean,
anyway.
I think that exact. Okay, that has definitely come out of Yad's mouth when I've like commented on his sets. I'm like, what about this? I'll crit it. Okay, so I'll talk about my team in season then. I'm 3-1. Beat two, three, two, three, two. Guys, I broke. Two former champions in Nick and Infinite. Thanks. And lost to Manu pretty closely and beat Cam. And like Jan mentioned, I've been trying to like. I do feel like I've utilized my team pretty well. I haven't like been overly. I mean, I really haven't like mixed up my sets too much yet. Grimsnarl's been screens every week, and it just does it to perfection every week. Deoxys hasn't even hit the field twice, but the amount of prep it forces has been insane. I haven't ran speed investment the last 2 weeks because I'm like, if you run Scarf, if they run Scarf, they're just putting themselves into a corner against one of my other mons. So I've been really trying to utilize that and to open up things for things like Cloister, Jolteon, Mega Hera. And I mean, I look forward to trying to get Mega Hera some more kills. Right now, it's only sitting at 1, which seems crazy with me having screens, but that's where it's at right now. Golurk, who is the MVP, has more kills right now than Mega Hera Cross. It's only
have
2 against Manu.
Hell yeah.
It hasn't come since, but it did its job really well.
I think Nihilego or Grimmsnarl's the actual MVP of this team, or Skarmory, one of those three.
Those three have been like the backbone of my defense so far. Skarmory has taken on every physical mon in the matchups. Nihilego like, please don't kill me when special attackers, and then there's just Grimmsnarl vibing with the screens. Yeah.
What?
Wait, I just realized we never talked about shit. We didn't talk about Nicky's Morgrim. For yeah.
Oh yeah, when he dropped Morgrim, the original fairy. Yeah,
the better Grimmsnarl.
You brought Morgrim as your check to Dragapult. Would not have. It would not have. It would have just gotten O-code by Phantom Force. No, it's pure fairy, isn't it?
No, it's not.
He probably has Steel Wing or some shit. Actually, there's actually no way he prepped for Morgrim, so.
Alright. Nick, once again, Yad shows off his type knowledge.
I don't know the type matchups.
Remember, kids, do not run Rindoberry on your Excadrill. It does not stop the grass attack from killing
I was
you.
anticipating him to use the move Soak on me, so that's why I did it. Yeah.
What grass type uses Soak?
Ludicolo, probably. Because I'd obviously have the Pasho Berry, so he's going to soak me first and then Giga Drain.
Oh shit, it's Paso Berry's the water berry. I was telling Can to use a Payapa berry.
X's are dumbass.
All right, we're getting off topic here, guys.
Yeah, awful
We're getting
quiet there,
off
huh?
topic. We are getting off topic. Anyways, my team's been probably the surprise of the season. I hope to continue it into the back half and make my first playoffs. So, looking forward to it. Moving on to second place, we'll call it the Fresno Flygons because I didn't feel like updating the standings before we started recording. So, Fresno Flygons are currently 5-0. Funny enough, it actually hasn't been hacks fueled. The one Hacksville game Manu had, he also received a lot of hacks, so I can't even be mad at him. I mean, I can still be mad at him because it's Manu, but his team, he's played really well, kind of typical Manu fashion, utilizing his Vaporeon, Hitmontop, and Tangros to honestly near perfection. He brought a Goat Registeel set against me that I just did not see coming whatsoever. Honestly was the reason he won that match. But he has changed his approach a little bit this season. He's drafted way more offense than he normally does. And he's got currently 3 Mons once kill leaders get updated that are currently in the top 10 with Tornadus, Zeraora, and Tapu Lele. Realistically, those are also the only Mons I think he actually tries to attack things with, so it kind of makes sense. I don't even know if he's brought Mega Absol yet, but
yeah, I don't wonder why. Mega Absol's terrible.
Maybe that's what. Maybe. I mean, Absol tore me
straight up.
Absol would have put. Absol terrified my team. I was scared of that thing. But it's a weird fit on this team, you're right, because it relies on Sucker Punch a lot, and it can't really coexist with Lele. Still a threatening Mon. It's got enough coverage and can run mix to like still kill things occasionally, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he eventually just drops it for the hell of it for something else that he might use more often, like if Mega Dino is still available or something.
Mega Camerupt, maybe?
Yeah. Manu, when you watch this,
go ahead.
Manu, when you watch this, we're telling you to drop Mega Absol for Mega Abomasnow. Find yourself a useful Mega. Go ahead, Manu.
The only thing valuable about Mega Absol is the 30 points it gives you. Like other than that, what does it do? It's terrible.
I mean,
I would never. I could beat this thing with any Pokemon.
Including Fling, Miltank?
Fling Miltank would shit on Absol. Any single Pokemon.
How does that work? You can't switch Mega Stones, you dumbass.
Any single Pokemon in the Pokedex I could craft to beat a Mega Absol. It's so bad.
Alright, so the tier 4 Mega, I think that's what needs to be said here. It's not great. It has its niche. Its niche is just unbetter by a lot of Mons. I mean, it's worked out for him. It's the reason why he's got a Lele, Zera, Chandelure, and a Tornadus on his team right now.
The rest of his team is fantastic. I had to find something to bully him for.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think this is honestly his most balanced team I've seen from him. Usually he leans quite a bit more into the bulk. But this has been quite a different team quite a different change of philosophy for him this season, and it's really worked well for him. Obviously, his favorite Mon, Vaporeon, or favorite draft Mon, Vaporeon, got a new toy in Flip Turn, which I know is just making him splooge 24/7. I'm here to add colorful commentary since you guys suck at it. Sorry.
I am the lifeblood of this video. Bro, he's got 2 Regis. Nice. Yo, why didn't he draft Regice? Does anyone have Regice?
No.
Okay, Manu, you need to drop Cryogonal and pick up Regice.
I don't think that's how it works.
I know, yeah.
This rolls. No, I won't allow it. I'll forfeit him. I'll ban him. Bestman will have that shit, okay? Yeah, no, Manu's played kind of like how he usually plays. He's actually towards the top right now, currently in first place once standings get updated.
Hey, this is only through 4 weeks. I'm still in first place.
I mean, we're in week 5. He's momentarily in the first place until Yad wins 2 or more against Infinite, assuming he does so. Yeah, no, moving on to our final team of the night. Definitely just the most overrated team here.
I'm the greatest.
This guy thinks he's so good when he's played utter trash the entire season. Got so
hold on,
lucky.
you just called 4 people trash. What the hell? Yeah, I was talking about this earlier. I don't know my team other than Rillaboom, Urshifu, Heatran, Diancie, Umbreon, and yeah, that guy. Because I don't need to bring any of the other guys. Like, I have Blastoise for Shell Smash, Vikavolt for Webs, but then, like, I got a Muck and a Regigigas.
Says he doesn't know his team. Starts
Looking
says
at
he doesn't know his team. Starts naming other mons on his team. Okay, buddy. Okay.
I'm
Oh,
looking at
sure.
the roster.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
the
sure.
roster right now.
God is just God. Man doesn't. Man claims trying to act cool like he doesn't know his own team.
Yeah, fair
Damn,
enough.
man.
All right, we ended the video.
I apologize to the odds 4 opponents that called trash. That I'm just trying to say Yad's lucky. That's really what he is. You thought I shit on Matrix. You thought I shit on Matrix earlier. Yad is the luckiest guy here. Talk about not being good. No, Yad is just lucky. Yad is just lucky.
When did I get lucky?
You just got lucky.
All right.
I mean, I do actually like Yad's team. It kind of looks. There's a couple months like I'd replace a couple months for like personal taste, but like in the terms of the general setup, I kind of like it. You've actually got some insane bulk on your team. It's not like great recovery outside of Deoxys and Umbreon, I think, but like Regigigas is fat, Deoxys D is fat, Umbreon's fat, Heatran's fat, Mudsdale just gets fatter with each hit. Noivern and Vika are really good at like certain matchups in terms of just not dying. So like and then you got really good offense in Rillaboom or Shifu, Yancey, and as we learned earlier this season, Heatran. So I think he's got a pretty well built team. I don't think it stands out like in terms of like being better than most or worse than most. I think it's just nicely like right in the middle, but he's got nice threats all over. Yeah.
Rillaboom is so dumb. It's actually so broken.
Yeah, Yad really built the synergy really well with his team. And as you mentioned earlier, he's really only piece. I don't think Mudsdale has Mudsdale shown up.
Mudsdale came against Will.
Okay, so probably didn't. Did it actually hit the field? Probably not.
It did. It got trapped by Gothsdale.
Oh, hell yeah. Yo. So basically Mudsdale
Muck and Regigigas have not came.
And Muck and Regigigas haven't come. So I mean, he hasn't used a whole lot. He's pretty much brought the same mons every week. 4 mons. I mean, I think 4 mons have come every week.
Yeah, hang on. Let me look at my teams the past 4 weeks. Rillaboom, Diancie. Actually, Diancie's come every week. Rillaboom's come every week. And Umbreon has come every week. Yeah. Those 3 are the only one that's come every week. What's his face? My guy, the fire guy. I forget his name. Heatran. Heatran has missed 1 week, but yeah, other than that.
Yeah, no. So I think the only one weakness is that like your speed is on the lower end. You rely heavily on Noivern to be fast, or you have to get webs up with Vikavolt, and obviously only brought each of those ones. What?
Noivern's quick. Don't sleep.
But he's only come. He's only come once. Is my point.
He's quick. That boy can move. To respond to
man, this is some grade A commentary, boys.
I have some priority. I have really good priority actually. I feel like Grass Glide, Rillaboom, Aquajet, Urshifu. I could have swore I had something else, but I guess I don't.
I think Blastoise learns Aqua Jet.
Yes, I will Shell Smash Aquajet.
So, dude, that's just so. Like you said, Yada, you got really good priority with 2 mons.
Yeah, hey, but those 2 mons are coming like every week though.
That's true. So I think it's so. Yeah, going back to your overall season though, you've actually played very well. I don't think. I mean, you're winning on average 4-0. I don't think. I think you've honestly got 3 4-0s and a 5-0. I think actually is your.
I had a 6-0, a 2-0, or maybe a 3-0, a 4-0, and a 5-0. I think something like that. I have no idea, dude.
Yeah, you got it. Oh yeah, you 6-0'd Magma. You 2-0. Yeah, you're right. You 6-0 2-0 then.
Nah, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, I would just like to shout out Mega Diancie for having 1 kill.
I mean, hey, shout out Mega Hair for having 1 kill. 1 kill, bros.
This shit was supposed to be my carry, and it just has 1 kill.
Yeah, same, bro. Same.
Rillaboom also with the 1 kill in 4 matches. What is getting my kills? Bro, Umbreon has 3 kills.
Your Heatran has 7. God, do you keep forgetting it swept somebody?
Yeah. Wait, yeah, hang on. My Umbreon has more kills than Rillaboom and Diancie combined.
So yeah, I think that kind of wraps up our team by team portion. Looking at the kill leaders, we kind of already been alluding to it a little bit. It's been kind of tightly packed. No one's really starting to separate themselves yet, which seems a little odd. Usually we have a mon or two that starts to separate themselves by week 3 or 4. But like every mon that came into this has had one really big week and then just hasn't done much in anything else. Heatran had a 6-0, Dragapult had a 6-0, Tornadus had a 4-0, Gothitelle, I think it's probably been the most consistent mon in the top 10. Deoxys and Skarmory both had 4-0s and then haven't done. I got 1 kill in the other 3 matches. So I'm kind of curious to see how this kind of plays out. It's definitely an eclectic little group here. That like, there's no Rillaboom, there's no Mega Diancie, there's no.
They're trying their best.
Some of the usual suspects aren't here. Dracovish, Coco. So it'll be interesting to kind of see how the rest of the season goes out. Play for the kill leaders wise. See if we kind of return to normal. If we continue down this weird track. I know at some point Deoxys defense was in there for a moment. Early on, it's just been a. True, and Tornadus. Tornadus is still there. For some reason, Bisharp's there. I don't. I think it might have something to do with the set you brought, but that's just me. Oh, Nick, I'm so happy for you right now. Look at just gotta keep looking at the positives. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, kind of just that's been our review so far. I guess kind of like where do we go from here, guys?
Yeah, who's gonna win the season other than me? Because obviously.
All right. Well, I mean, it's not gonna be Yad because Yad is.
Bill.
I mean, right now it's kind of hard. I don't have confidence in myself to still make playoffs at the moment, so not gonna go with myself here. I think Matrix is gonna be really upset with my review and just go on an absolute tear.
Good. For no reason. For no reason. Matrix, if you're still listening, I'm sorry.
Matrix, prove me wrong. Go on a tear. And but other than that, yeah. besides that one, I feel like Manu's just been playing too well. He's got a really good feel for his team at the moment, and he's just combined his offense with his defense, I think, better than anyone in the league so far.
Beat this dude.
You do it, yeah. Yeah.
It's just I'll win one playoff game max. Actually, you know me.
His nickname is One Win Yard.
That is not my nickname. It's 1 inch.
It is now.
1 inch. Yeah.
Who said? Fine, you have two nicknames now. You have a Pokemon nickname and a life.
Also,
nickname.
I'm pretty sure I have 2 playoff wins, don't I?
Yeah, but 2 total.
Hey, bro, chill. I have more playoff wins than Nick has championships, right?
Nick has a championship and more playoff wins than you.
No, that's not what I said.
Yeah, well, it's a lot easier to get more wins than more championships. Like, what's your point there, buddy?
I was just saying I did. Okay, yeah, what? That didn't need to be said.
He just dropped. He gave up. For anyone for some reason still listening, God realized he was wrong and bailed. So, you know what? I think we've been running this for a while. I think we're good to go. So we say we're going to do another one at the end of the season. We'll see what happens, everyone. So, thanks for joining. Maybe Cam will be here or not. Yeah.
No, it's me.
What is you?
It's me.
What is you? Thanks for watching, everyone. We're really sorry for how terrible this video was. And Matrix, again, I'm really sorry that I just hard trashed your team. I am. I'm sorry.